Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to discuss about multiples. So one of the topic na minsan nadidiscuss or nag-a-ask sa civil service examination ay about multiples. So there are times na may mga questions na tatanong, is this number a multiple of this number? Or minsan meron naman mga word problems that you need to solve using or looking for the multiples of a given number. So yun pong i-discuss natin ngayon dito sa video na to, finding the multiples of a given number. Multiples are what we get after multiplying the number by an integer. So when we say integer, it is a number that when you divide it, wala siyang remainder. It's not a fraction. Okay, so whole number siya. The multiples of n are the integers that n divides into with no remainder. So try natin. We have some example here. Okay, so let's try and find the multiples of these numbers. So first is we have 24. So ano ba yung mga multiples of 24? So to start with, how to find the multiples, we have to multiply this number by a certain number. So for example, start tayo with 24 times 1. That will give you 24. So meaning to say the first multiple of 24 is 24 because when you divide 24 by 24, that will give you 1 and there is no remainder. Another is 24 times 2. Actually, mabilis lang yan kahit hindi nyo na i-try multiply. But I'm trying to show you this para at least malaman nyo kung paano ko nakuha yung number. Okay, paano natin nakuha yung multiples. Okay, so 48. So the next number is 48. So 48 is a multiple of 24 because when you divide 48 by 24, that will give you an answer of 2. So 24 times 3 is equal to 72. So 72 is also a multiple of 24 because when you divide 72 by 24, that will give you an answer of 3. Next is 24 times 4. Is 96. So 96 is also a multiple of 24 because when you divide 96 by 24, that will give you an answer of 4. So on and so forth. So you multiply 24 by 6, by 7, or we can multiply 24 by 10. That will give you 240. So 240 is also a multiple of 24 because when you divide 240 by 24, that will give you an answer of 10 and that integer, okay, that is an integer, walang remainder. Okay, whole number siya. So these are the multiples of 24. So let's try and check the multiples of 18. So 18 times 1, automatic tayo. 18 times 1 is equals to 18. So 18 times 2 is equal to 36. So 36 is a multiple of 18. Merong dalawang 18 sa 36. Then we have 18 times 3. That is 54. So 54 is also a multiple of 18 because there are 3 18 sa 54. Then we have 18 times 4. That is equal to 72. So 72 is also a multiple of 18. And because when we divide 72 by 18, that will give us 4. So on. So pwede natin 18 times 10. That is 180. So 180 is also a multiple of 18. Because when you divide 180 divided by 18, that will give you an answer of 10. Okay, so that is how you get the multiples of a given number. So if you want to check if that number is indeed a multiple of that number, so say for example, we want to check if 180 is indeed a multiple of 18. So ang gagawin nyo din to check is 180 divided by 18. Okay, and that will give you an answer of 10. So 10 times 18 is 180. There is 0 remainder. So therefore, 18, okay, or 180 is a multiple of 18. Okay. So, mabilis lang po ma-determine if that particular number is a multiple of a certain number. Okay? So, let's try another example. Ito, sabi dito, if a smaller number is a factor of another number, the bigger number is a multiple of the smaller number. Example, 3 is a factor of 18. Therefore, 18 is a multiple of 3. Paano ba naging factor si 3 ni 18? Of course, when you multiply 3 times 6, that will give you an answer of 18. Tama? Okay. So, 3 is a factor of 18, as well as 6. Factor of 18 din ang 6. But let's focus on 3 here. So, if 3 daw is if 3, the smaller number, is a factor of the product of that number, okay, meaning to say this number is also a multiple of this number. Okay? So meaning to say si 18 is also a multiple of 3. Check natin kung talagang multiple of 3. Why? 18 divided by 3. How many 3 are there in 18? Meron tayong 6. Okay, 6 times 3, that is 18. There is no remainder. So therefore, 3, okay, is a factor of 18 and 18 is a multiple of 3. So yan po ang ibig sabihin dito. If a smaller number is a factor of another number, the bigger number is a multiple of the smaller number. So let's try and do some exercises. Write at least 3 multiples of the following numbers. So meron tayo dito. Okay, so 50 times 1, i-ano na lang natin, i-increment natin 1 times 1 times 2 times 3. So dito, if we're going to multiply 50 times 1, that will give you 50. Okay, so 50 times 2, that is 100. 50 times 3, that is 150. Okay, so on. So, since sabi dito, 3 lang, at least, para masanay lang tayo, at least 3 multiples of the following. So, for 72, if you're going to multiply 72 by 1, that is 72. 72 times 2, that is 144. 72 times 3, that is 216. Hindi ko nalang ipapakita ang pag-compute. Alam nyo naman kung paano mag-multiply. Okay? So, 150 times 1 is 150. 150 times 2 is 300. 150 times 3 is 450. So, these are the 3 multiples of 150. Next is we have 42. So, 42 times 1 is 42. 42 times 2 is 84. 42 times 3 is 126. Next is we have 90. So, multiples of 90, we have 90 times 1 is 90. 90 times 2 is 180. 90 times 3 is 270. Multiples of 36. 36 times 1 is 36. 36 times 2 is 72. 36 times 3 is 108. Next is multiples of 12. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. The multiples of 25. 25 times 1 is 25. 25 times 2 is 50. And 25 times 3 is 75. Let's try 11. 11 times 1 is 11. 11 times 2 is 22. 11 times 3 is 33. And of course, the last, okay, so 13 times 1 is 13. 13 times 2 is 26. 13 times 3 is 39. Okay? So these are the multiples of this even number. So you can go on and on by multiplying that particular number to a certain number. And if you want to check if indeed you are correct, you try to divide that number by that given multiple number. Okay, kung ang answer nyo po ay walang remainder, then therefore, that particular bigger number is a multiple of that smaller number. Okay? So I hope you were able to get it, kung paano ba kumuha ng multiples of a given number. Mabilis lang naman. But of course, para hindi nyo makakalimutan, you have to practice. Okay, so on our next video, di-discuss po natin mga word problems that is related to multiples. Okay, so I hope you like this video and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.